help myself.
It doesn't hurt to have some fun.
Fine, bring it on.
Free time during swim class. People have naturally broken up into groups, which makes sense, I guess. It's official. I've utterly failed at making friends. I'm destined to be a loner.
What are you brooding about over here?
Oh, I was just embroiled in a painful internal struggle.
How can these losers even enjoy themselves? You'd think that they would be more deflated.
Maybe that's how these guys cope. They want to have some fun while they still can.
You could be right, I guess.
Hey, stop it!
キラリ蝶が飛んでた砂ぼこりが大地に舞う遥か彼方それでも空に憧れたにらめど星は落ちないとやがて捕まえようこの場所下で道路が罠を張る部屋に針が落ちる日陰で日差し交わりエントロピーが満ちてく制限的自由の中で君はどう生きるのかって問われたみたいだステップバイステップ少しずつ掴み取るんだ
They sure are having a good time.
It's early in the spring for swimming to start, and their first year's on a free class period. It's normal for them to enjoy themselves, don't you think?
They're like a bunch of grade school kids. Although I suppose I can't really fault them for it. But in the S system, they're going to suffer for that attitude.
Yeah, okay.
But aren't you and I just like them?
Maybe.
The S system.
Indeed, this is called the S system. It evaluates students in real time and assigns numerical value. Observe, Class D has thoroughly proven that you deserve to be ranked dead last. You truly are the worst of the worst.
0.
However, I am rather impressed with this class. Never in the history of this school has a class blown through all of their points in the first month. Not even Class D.
Excuse me, will you at least tell us what the school's criteria is for gaining and losing points?
You're preparing for the real world, so figure it out. In the workforce, you're expected to come to the table knowing what to do. On the board, I have written the current scores held by all first-year classes. For every point the class gets, 100 private points are distributed to each student individually. When the school year began, each first-year class was allotted 1,000 collective points. To be frank, you people lost every point you had.
Teacher? Will we get the chance to earn any points back?
Of course. And in doing so, if you earn more points than Class C, you'll be promoted up to Class C. And Class C will be downgraded to D. Your earliest opportunity to do this is coming up in the midterms. Depending on your scores, you can earn as many as 100 points for the class.
100 measly points?
Yeah, but it's better than nothing, right?
However, these are the grades from the most recent quiz you took. And as you can see, they are complete garbage. From this point forward, anyone who receives a failing grade on any midterms or finals will be expelled immediately.
Considering this most recent development, everyone in class is gonna have to completely change their habits. And that's only to get us a few meager points. So if everyone doesn't ace the midterms, we're all going to be royally screwed.
That's right.
Even more than that, if we're going to measure up and achieve the high college entry and employment rates they promised us, we're going to have to push ourselves from here on out to overtake Class C.
Beating Class C has to be the primary goal now. Because if we can't even do that, we have no hope of advancing.
Were you just doing an impression of Chabashira?
No, why?
Sounded like her. A little.
I was wondering, do you play sports or something?
No, not at all. In fact, in middle school, I did nothing extracurricular.
That makes no sense. Your forearms are so muscular, I thought you must.
Hey there, Horikita. Do you maybe want to come swim with us?
Would you please go away?
You don't have to be mean. Are you a bad swimmer or something?
No, I am an incredibly average swimmer.
Back in middle school, I was probably the worst swimmer in the whole wide world. But then I practiced really hard, and nowadays, I don't think I'm that bad at all.
Wow, that's fascinating.
She's totally aloof, isn't she?
I do wish I could find a way to get along with her better.
Hey, guys. Do you have a minute to talk about something? We didn't get any points again today, and that has got to change. I don't want this problem to haunt us for the rest of our time at the school. We have to do something to turn this around. There's no way I want to go all the way to graduation without earning any more points.
I agree, we can't let that happen!
You're right, we won't. We'll turn this around. Next month, we're going to get more points than any other class.
I don't know why you keep saying we like that. Seriously. You can leave me out of it.
Class D again. You're both in Class A, Sakayanagi and Katsuragi. Congratulations are in order. Your class earned a total of 940 points this month. Quite a feat. I do hope you're both very proud of yourselves. Now then, how much do you know about the S system?
Hey, Doc. You're my best friend. You gotta help me out. Buy this console for me for 20,000 points?
Actually, it's so funny. I spent all my points on accessories, so I'm totally broke now. I was thinking about borrowing a couple of points from all the girls in class to buy the essentials. You're one of my best friends, aren't you?
Do you have any plans for lunch? I was wondering if you would be able to join me.
Thanks!
Well, let's eat then. Thank you for the food. I have to ask, are you sure it's okay that I put this super expensive lunch on your tab? I feel awkward.
Yes. I told you to get whatever you wanted, and I meant it. Lunch today is my treat, so don't feel awkward.
What now?
Is something wrong with you, Ayano Koji? Dig in already.
Right.
Now listen, I want you to hear me out on something important. I'm aware that Hirata and the others worked out a plan of action earlier today. They're all forming a study group. Their goal is to make sure they ace the test.
A study group?
Yes, but 3 of our classmates refused to join, and it just so happens they're the ones with the lowest scores.
Pseudo, right?
Yes, and Yamauchi and Ike as well.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Those 3 never did strike me as the studious type.
I don't see how anyone could fail a test. Nevertheless, the fact remains, they did. There are kids out there who don't even know what it means to be a good student. I guess some people really are that pathetic.
That's cold. Don't you have any sympathy?
Would being sympathetic keep it from being true? If we don't do something, they're most likely going to fail. And if we want to overtake Class C, not only do we have to stop our class from hemorrhaging points, but we've also got to do everything in our power to start gaining them back.
Are you saying you want to start a study group too? You're willing to help Sudo, Ike, and Yamauchi get good grades on the midterm?
Yes.
Seriously?
Of course. If left to their own devices, they'll sink and bring the rest of Class D with them. I may have been relegated to the lowest class in school, but not for long. I will claw my way up to Class A.
Hey, wait a minute.
What now?
Did you just say you want to be Class A?
You heard right.
You sure you didn't mean Class C?
I meant what I said. I find my assignment to Class D utterly offensive and unacceptable. I intend to change it.
So, step 1 is to rehabilitate the failures?
Since you've grasped that, you can guess what's next.
I'd rather not.
Do you enjoy your lunch? An extravagant meal like that doesn't come free. Even an idiot could see you're expected to provide something in return. And don't think I've forgiven you for conspiring with Kushida and taking me to that cafe under false pretenses. That was foul play.
That's not cool.
If you want to make it up to me, then you'll work with me to help save the whole class. Your job will be to round up those 3 losers and convince them to join my study group. Here's my phone number and email. Alright, contact me if you need anything along the way, but don't think you can reach out whenever you want.
This is how I get a girl's number for the first time in high school? Pathetic. I'm not even happy that she gave it to me, but I'd better save it anyway. I guess I have to comply, even though I technically never agreed to this. Well, here goes nothing.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, no.
The hell just say to me, punk?
I knew it was hopeless. Maybe I could enlist help from someone who can get through to those 3. I should have done that to begin with. I wonder if she's home right now. If I can call her room. Hi, can you connect me to Kikyo Kushida's room? Yes, from Class 1D. Yes, it is about something school-related. Yes.
Hello?
Hi, this is... Hold on. What's that weird noise?
Oh, Ayana Koji? Sorry, was it too loud? I just got out of the bath. I was blow-drying my hair. Sorry about that. You caught me a little off guard. I've never used the dorm's internal landline before, so I was startled.
I'm amazed you answered.
Huh?
Anyway, rejoice, Kushida. I've selected you as a goodwill ambassador. It's for the good of the class, so I know you'll do your best.
Huh? What do you mean? Right. Wow. A second study group for Sudo, Ike, and Yamauchi? Run by Horikita herself? Well, when a friend needs help, I always answer the call, no matter what it might be. I'll do whatever it takes.
You don't have to, you know.
I think it's cruel that anyone who fails gets expelled immediately. The thought of having to say goodbye so soon, especially after we just got to know each other, I mean, that's awful. Oh, I do have one request. In exchange for helping you guys, I want to join the study group too. Would that be okay?
Are you sure that's all you want?
Yeah, I want to help the cause in any way. Let's see. Oh, why don't I give you my cell phone number so you can contact me whenever, instead of just when I'm in my room?
You're cool with that?
Yeah! I mean, we're classmates, right? Sorry I didn't give it to you until now. I just didn't think of it. You can reach out anytime you want.
I've got Kushida's phone number. Wow, she works like lightning. Good job, Kushida. And sent. Huh? Hello?
No.
Can you at least hear me out for a minute? Are you kidding me? What do you mean, what? I thought I was being perfectly clear. You should be glad. All 3 of them have agreed to come to the study group, including Sudo. Thanks to Kushida, your little plan just might work. I hadn't even sent that yet.
I understand. Is that her final word?
Yeah, even after you helped make it happen. I'm really sorry.
Right. It's okay. You just let me handle her from here on out.
Call me incompetent again!
Well, if you don't know how to solve a simple simultaneous equation, I don't know how to proceed. I shudder to think of what the future holds for you.
Sudo, stop!
Who needs algebra anyway?
When am I ever gonna use it, huh? If I wanted to prepare for my future, I'm better off playing basketball to get ready for a career in the pros, not sticking my nose in some book.
Really? Delusional. You playing pro basketball. Do you even have an inkling of how difficult it is to get to that level? It requires commitment and dedication that you sorely lack. Face it, you don't have what it takes.
I didn't skip practice to come here and get insulted. I knew this was a waste of my time.
You know what? I'm out too. Horikita might be smart, but I don't want help from someone so condescending. I'd rather fail than be treated like crap.
Yeah, same here.
If you want to get expelled, be my guest. See how much I care.
I left it to you like you said, Kushida, and look what happened. Do something.
Look, Horikita. No one's going to study with you if you make them feel stupid when they make a mistake.
Yes, I can acknowledge that I was wrong about them. It's clear to me that this is all a fruitless waste of my time.
What do you mean?
I mean that if those idiots are going to drag us down with them, we're better off without. I say good riddance.
I see. Okay then. I'll work it out with them myself. I promise. I don't think we should give up on our friends so soon. It'd be sad if those three got expelled. I won't abandon them, and I think you'd rather not either. That's why you started this group in the first place.
If you're being sincere right now, then I appreciate the sentiment. I do. Tell me, why did you really agree to help us in this endeavor? Are you just trying to sabotage me?
I can't believe you. Do you really think that? I'm not an underhanded person. The fact that you would even assume that about me makes me feel so sad for you. It's awful. And I hope you don't mean all that.
I need to go get some fresh air.
Suzune, I'm amazed you had the brains to track me down.
Listen, brother. I'm not the failure that I was in the past. I followed you because I want to prove that I've changed.
That's Horikita, but who's she with? Brother?
Prove you've changed? Hardly. After all this time, you clearly have not come to terms with your own shortcomings. You're foolish to think you could succeed here. Leave now.
You're wrong! I'm going to be in Class A soon. Then you'll see!
Don't bother.
I promise. I know I can make it.
You're an irrational little brat.
The student council president?
Do you ever stop to think of the shame you bring this family? My own little sister in Class D? Pathetic. Withdraw from school if you know what's good for you.
Brother, please just listen.
You don't have the right to better yourself, nor do you have the ability to do so. Someday you'll learn.
Ayanokoji, don't!
Seriously? You really were planning to hurt her, weren't you? You better let her go now.
Go away. This doesn't concern you.
She sounds like a completely different person. Close one.
You fight like an expert. Which of the arts do you practice?
Piano and calligraphy.
Ah, now I get it. I think I know who you are. I'd heard there was a student who got 50s on all of his entrance exams. The other day, you got a 50 on one of your quizzes in class as well. Are you trying to make some kind of statement, scoring exactly half of what you should at this school?
Wow, that's a strange coincidence.
You pride yourself on being unique, I see. Suzune, I'm surprised you've made a friend, although I assume you had to bribe him.
You're wrong. He isn't my friend, he's just a classmate. I don't need any friends, you know that.
As usual, your immaturity is leading you to mistake isolation for independence. Anyway, if you truly wish to be in a less humiliating class, you're going to have to work a lot harder.
I'm sorry you had to witness all of that.
It's okay. It was sort of a relief to see you acting like a normal girl and not some kind of... I didn't even say anything.
I'm impressed by your skills.
It's just piano and tea ceremony.
You said it was calligraphy.
Yeah, I do calligraphy too.
How did you doctor your scores on all of the entrance exams? Tell the truth.
I told the truth. Coincidence.
I don't get you at all. You're such a weirdo.
Huh, sure. So were you serious about disbanding the study group?
Yes. It's a waste of my time. If those losers want to fail, that's their prerogative. It makes no difference to me.
Even though failing would get them expelled?
I don't care what happens to anyone but me. And their exit would motivate the rest of us to be better. I don't see a downside to any of that. Without them, it will be easier for our class to advance. I don't think I could have asked for a better solution.
That sounds like flawed thinking. Maybe you're just lying to yourself. It's a shortcoming. You make the assumption that other people hold you back, so you always keep them at an arm's length as a rule. Have you ever considered that your isolationist philosophy might be the very thing that landed you in Class D in the first place?
Ridiculous.
And so it went. Everything looked hopeless. Nevertheless, the day arrived. And all of us, we students of Class 1D, every last poor soul, in grammar, math, chemistry, civics, English, and every other classroom subject. We dodged the bullet with higher scores than ever.